Hey yogis, and welcome. I'm Kate, and this practice is called It's the Little Things. We are going to focus today on these smaller parts of our body, on our fingers, wrists, toes, feet, ankles, all of those things that we kind of just gloss over because we're always worried about our hips and our shoulders and our hamstrings and our quads. We forget that these little parts need to be stretched as well. So you may want a couple of blocks. You're definitely going to want a strap and maybe a blanket or a pillow to sit on. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's get stretching. So we're going to start sitting in Vajrasana, which is sitting on our heels here. So you've got plenty of options. If you have your block nearby, you can slide your block between your heels. You can go ahead and take a seat on your block. If you want, you can grab your blanket and slide that underneath between your heels and your butt, whatever feels comfortable and sustainable. If this is absolute trash for your ankles and for your knees, then by all means, sitting cross-legged is not out of the question. I just thought we would mix it up a little bit, right? So make your way into this comfortable Vajrasana. Grab your strap and make sure it's nearby. And just take a moment. Let your hands rest on your thighs. Feel your shoulders soften away from your ears. If you need to kind of roll them out a little bit, that's fine. And once you feel settled, you can close your eyes. And take a couple of breaths. And just notice what it feels like to be here on your mat, sitting in this maybe new or just at least different than our normal seat. What does that feel like? Be curious, right? And let your curiosity kind of wander around. Where can you soften? Where can you relax a little more, even while sitting upright? Is there tension or holding? What's your energy level? Maybe it's the beginning of the day and you are ready for anything. Maybe it's the end of the day and everything has already happened. Just take note. No good, no bad, just let it be. Take a breath in here. And when you exhale, drop your chin to your chest and give your head a little shake side to side. On your inhale, roll your right ear up over your right shoulder. And when you exhale, roll back down, chin to chest. And inhale, roll it up to the other side. And exhale, chin to chest. When you inhale, you're going to lift your head, take your arms, reach them out, and stretch them up. Bend your elbows. You're going to grab those elbows so the right forearm comes in front. Feel the tops of your shoulders soften down, and just give your head a little shake side to side. Yeah. And then drop that left hand. So you've got the right hand on your left elbow, lengthen up, and take a lean over to the side. Inhale it up through center, reach both arms. When you exhale, you're going to bend your elbows. So now the left forearm comes in front. Ooh, give your head a little shake here. You got it. And keep that left hand on your right elbow. Let your right hand drop down to your upper back. Lengthen up and take a lean over to the side. Inhale, bring it up through the middle. Reach both arms up. When you exhale, bring them down. And around and roll out your shoulders. 1 or 2 or 3 big old shoulder rolls in one direction. And then take them and put them in reverse. Go the other way. One more. Okay, and you're going to grab your strap. Right? That was the best part. Okay, and take your strap, give yourself a lot of room. right? You're gonna take your arms and reach them up. Keep those arms straight and take your arms back, ooh, and down. Yes, inhale, come on up. When you exhale, bring it forward. 2 more like that. Just getting into your front of your shoulders, through the upper back, these places that maybe we don't feel so much, the back of your arms. Ooh, yeah. And come back up. 1 more. Inhale, lift it up. Exhale, bring it back and down. Inhale, bring it back up. And when you exhale, come forward. Bring your hands a little bit closer together. It's at like 2.5 feet apart maybe. Take your arms, reach them up again. And you're gonna pull down with this right hand. As you pull down with the right hand, keep that left arm straight and pull back a little bit with your left hand. Getting into the back of your left arm, the outer edge of your shoulder maybe. Inhale it up. Exhale, pull it down with the left, but keep resisting with the right. Keep that right arm as straight as you can and feel it pull back just a little. Yeah. Inhale it up. When you exhale, 1 more time, pull down with that right hand, but now slide your hand down the strap a little bit. You're gonna take your right hand now and swing it straight back behind you. That's it. Feel your lower ribs draw in, and as this right hand pulls down, feel the heel of your left hand press up. A forearm stretch on that left side, or on that right side. Inhale through the middle. Come on back up. When you exhale, pull it down. Same thing here. This left hand's going to sweep back. Let your left hand pull back and down. Press up through the heel of your right hand. Create that resistance here. Notice if your shoulders have crept up toward your ears, just relax them back down. And then back through the middle. Inhale it up. When you exhale, you can take this down and move it to the side here and come on into table. And once you get into your table, you can take your legs and just step one back at a time, kind of stretch out through the soles of your feet, stretch out through the backs of your legs. Yeah. Beautiful. All right, so we're gonna come forward, right? Find your table, take your fingertips out to the sides. And then you're just gonna rock, shifting weight from one hand to the other. Just go side to side, nice and easy. Kind of notice if one wrist feels a little more something here, right? And then roll some circles, coming out and around. That's it, and then take those circles in the other direction. Beautiful. All right, you're gonna come back, shoulders over your wrists, right? Take your fingertips and spin them back any amount more back toward your knees. Maybe they spin all the way back. Maybe you land somewhere in between those 2 points, and that's okay. You're gonna spread your fingers, engage your abdominals, but soften your shoulders. And then you add tiny little circles here. Oh my goodness. Around in one direction. Then tiny little circles around in the other direction. Yeah. Just getting in there. All right, and then you're gonna peel the heel of your right hand up off the mat, but try to keep your 4 knuckles down. Maybe your thumb lifts, maybe it doesn't. Set that back down onto the floor. And same thing with the left side. You're gonna peel the heel of that hand up. Ooh. And then set it down. Same thing to the right. Peel it up. Pause. And then peel it all the way off the floor. And give yourself a second, kind of roll out your wrist. And then make a fist with that right hand. Peel the heel of the left hand up. And then peel that left hand all the way off the floor. And roll that out. Then make a fist with that hand so your wrists stay neutral and just roll through a couple of rounds of cat and cow. Inhale, arch, and exhale and round. Keep it rolling with your breath at your pace. When you get to that rounded spine, you're going to hold it there for a second. Press your fists into the floor, feel your tailbone lengthen down, and just rock a little bit side to side here. Beautiful. And then take the back of your right hand to the floor, fingertips point in. All right. Shift your weight back a little bit toward your feet. Keep your core strong. So you keep the weight out of your wrists for a moment here as you set the hands, right? Backs of the hands to the floor, fingertips pointing toward each other. Feel your upper arms pull toward each other, and we just breathe here. Maybe it feels good to shift some more weight into your wrists. Maybe it feels better to be back here, right, with your shoulders behind your wrists. You're gonna curl your fingers into fists, and then stretch them back out, and curl them into fists, and stretch them back out. One more. Stretch them back out. Whew. All right, now you're gonna bend your elbows. Super bend. Curl your fingers into fists, and then lift the knuckles off the mat. Lift your knuckles up, but keep the backs of your wrists down. Keep those knuckles lifting and see if you can work to straighten your elbows. I mean, and it's gonna be like a battle royale here. Yeah, I told ya. While you're here, tuck your toes under. Set your hips back toward your heels. Pop onto your fingertips. Ooh. And if you can, keep your weight back on your heels. Come on up. Oh, and shake out your hands. Roll out your wrists. So now we sneak attack foot stretch here. It's a sneak attack. You're gonna bring the heels of your hands together. If you need to come off your toes at any point, you absolutely can do that. You're gonna bring the heels of your hands together. I'll spin around, right? And then we're gonna do this. Roll some circles. Heck yeah. And then roll those circles in the other direction. You got it. Pop up off your feet for a second. Untuck your toes. Send your hips back to your heels. Pause here. Shake out your hands. And give some flicks of your fingers. Yeah. Yeah. All right. Then you're going to grab the pinky of your right hand with your left, right? Stretch through the heel of your hand and pull that pinky back. Oh. Then you're going to move on to the ring finger. And then the middle finger. Hopefully it doesn't get too much work. Grab that pointer finger and pull it back. And then take your thumb, stretch through your fingers, pull that thumb back. And shake it out. Okay, second side. Extend that left hand out in front, right? Fingertips point toward the floor. Grab that pinky with your right and just pull it back. Yep. Move on to that ring finger. Ooh, tight in there. Keep your fingertips spreading as much as they can away from each other. Grab for that middle finger. And then your index finger. My hand's shaking. Grab your thumb. Okay, let that go. A couple more flicks with your fingers. Yeah, baby. Okay, come back into your table. Take your right foot, step it back behind you, tuck your toes, push through your heel. You got it. From here, you're gonna step your right foot up between your thumbs. Pop onto your fingertips. This is where you can use the blocks if you want them. Sink your hips down and lift your chest up. Nice lunge here. Slide your hips back. We're moving into Ardha Hanuman, our runner's lunge. Drag this heel back towards you, and now we're going to take the pinky toe edge of this foot and roll it out to the side. And hopefully that kind of shifted your attention from the back of your thigh toward this like outer edge of your leg here. And then back through the middle, press the ball of your foot toward the floor, but try to keep your toes lifted. Feel this lengthen out a bit. And then press all 5 toes into the mat. You got it. From here, you're gonna bend your knee, rock forward. Step it back. Find your table. Take your left foot, step that back behind you, tuck your toes, and just rock a little bit here, in and out. All right, step your left foot up between your thumbs. Same deal here. Fingertips on the blocks or on the floor. Let your shoulders relax away from your ears. Let your right side hip just draw down. Take an in-breath. When you exhale, pull it back. Got your Ardha Hanuman here. Take the pinky toe edge of this foot and you're going to drop it out to the side. Oh. Come back up through center. Press the ball of your foot down. Ooh, 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 ooh. You got it. And then all 5 toes. Okay, and rock it forward. Plant your hands. We step back into your table. And then set your hips back on your heels. One more time. We're in Vajrasana here, right? So now from here, you're going to take your left hand out to the side. Grab hold of the top of your right knee, and you're going to peel that right knee off the mat. You can let your left ear drop over your shoulder if you want. That feels good. Take the top of your right foot that's still on the floor and just anchor it down a bit as you peel up. Okay, drop that knee, shift your weight over. Same deal on this side, you're gonna peel that left knee up. Press down through the top of your foot here. You can let your right ear hang or your chin to your chest. That's it, and come back through center. Make your way forward, downward facing dog. Yeah, all right. Now that you're in down dog, you're gonna take your right foot and spin your toes out about 45 degrees. So maybe it steps forward a hair, right? Keep your arms straight, keep your hands rooted into the mat, and then press through the outer edge of that right foot. Feel your right hip pull up and back and bend your left knee. You can keep that left knee bent, then let your left hip sink. Oh, as that left hip sinks down, feel your right outer hip pull up and back. And now we're here, we might as well take your left leg, float it up. Right leg is still in this weird position here. You're gonna step your left foot forward and come into a warrior one. Hands at your hips for a second here. Gonna think about your hips and your shoulders square to that front end of your mat. Scoop your tailbone, and as you do, press through the outer edge of your back foot. Ah, it's so good. Inhale, take your arms, reach them up, and when you exhale, bring them into cactus here. Right arm's gonna wrap underneath the left. Press your palms. If that doesn't feel good, you can always just grab your shoulders here. You're gonna take your hands and drop them over to the left. And take your right ear over your right shoulder. Give your head a little shake right here. Inhale, sweep your arms out, reach them up. Oh, exhale, step it back again. Downward facing dog. Rock forward, find your plank. And when you exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and let yourself just kind of leisurely roll down. Take your fingertips out wide so they're beyond the edges of your mat. Elbows point up toward the sky. So we press into those hands. Feel your shoulder blades into your back. Tops of your feet root down. Inhale, press into those fingertips. Curl yourself up. A little gecko pose here. Shoulders wrap away from your ears. Inhale. Exhale, lower it all the way back down. Yes, slide your hands underneath you. Downward facing dog. Pull it up and stretch it back. All right, now that left foot is gonna step forward just a bit and angle in, or angle out actually, right? You got it, shoulder blades strong in your back, hands rooted into the mat, bend your right knee. Feel the outer edge of your left foot root down, this outer left hip pull up and reach back. And then from here you can let that right hip sink, but keep that lift through the left side. Left foot's gonna stay rooted, lift your right leg up. Step your right foot forward, warrior one. Adjust, right? However you need to. Push into your feet. Come all the way up. Everything nice and square here. You can feel this left side pull forward as the right one draws back. Feel this, your pubic bone's gonna tilt up gently as you press through the outer edge of that back foot. Inhale, reach your arms up. When you exhale, arms come into cactus. And then here we go. Left arm's gonna wrap underneath. Little bit of eagle arms here. If that doesn't feel good, you can always take your hands to the shoulders here and let your elbows drop onto your chest. If you're here in eagle, you're gonna let your hands drop over to the right a little bit. Take your left ear over your left shoulder. Inhale, come back up through center, reach those arms out, stretch them up. Exhale and fold to the mat, hands come down, step back again, downward facing dog. Wrap your triceps in toward your ears, soften your knees here. Pull your side body back and up. Knees come down to the mat. Take your right foot, step it back. And then bring it forward. One more little stretch here. You're gonna take your left heel and sweep it in. And then set your left sitting bone down on that left heel. We've got this right leg right here, right? You're gonna take your your forearm to your inner thigh here. Thumb and index finger come together, feel your chest lift. And you're gonna take your left hand, wrap it around. Maybe it finds the upper back. Maybe it finds the top of your thigh here. Take just a moment, take your gaze down that right arm, but feel your chest lift as you do. Your left foot might be screaming bloody murder. It's okay, take a breath. Release both hands to the mat. Step this left foot wide, Prasarita Padottanasana. Walk your fingertips through. Let the crown of your head drop down. Press through the four corners of your feet. Focus on those feet, it's the little things today, right? Beautiful, walk your hands underneath you. You're gonna spin to the top of the mat. Step back, downward facing dog. Inhale, roll it forward into plank. And when you exhale, drop your knees, untuck your toes, and do that leisurely, just melt down to the floor. Gecko pose, fingertips out wide, elbows lift, shoulder blades in, legs strong and rooted. Inhale, curl it up. Beautiful, full breath here. Exhale, we lower it all the way back down. Slide your hands underneath you, come on up into table. Step your left foot up between your thumbs. Oh, you know what? Don't do that yet. Step it back first. Give yourself that stretch. And then lift it up and step it through. Here in your lunge, take your right foot, sweep it behind you, tuck your toes to the mat, set your right sitting bone down. My right toe doesn't want to come with it. And then step your left foot in. So we're in this super awkward, my right foot wants to die kind of a pose. You're in the right place. Take your left forearm to the inner thigh. Thumb and index finger come together, lift your chest. We can be regal here, right? Our foot might be screaming, but we can still be regal. Take this right arm around, a little half bind. Yeah. You got it. Place your hands on the mat. We're getting out of here, right foot, chill out. Step it wide, Prasarita Padottanasana. Fingertips walk through, but feel the arches of your feet lift. Gorgeous. Hands underneath you. Walk it to the top of the mat. Step it back. Downward facing dog. Then take your knees down to the mat. Sweep your feet to one side. And take a seat. Stretch both legs out in front. Just give them a little snap, crackle, and pop. And then just pull both knees in. So you've got your feet about hips distance apart. Sweep your left arm across, grab your right knee, take your right hand behind you. Feel your low back draw in and up. At the crown of your head. Stretch upward as you take that twist to the right. Inhale through center. Drop your knees out to the sides for a moment. Press the soles of your feet together. Grab your ankles. Lengthen up, and we're going to come out and over in a little Baddha Konasana. You can bring your hands with you. They can walk forward. You can keep your grip on your feet or your ankles. Feel the length of your spine and that fold in your hips. Inhale, come on up. Grab the knees here. Feet about hips distance apart. Wrap around with that right hand. Sit up nice and tall and just twist it the other way. Feet rooted and strong into the mat. Yes, inhale through center. One more time, Baddha Konasana. Press the soles of your feet. You know what? Take your feet a little farther out, Tadasana, right? Lengthen up here, and then we can fold and curl in. And just notice where the stretch goes. Outer hips, glutes, inner thighs. Where is it? Curiosity. What little space is getting more room here? Where are we making space? And slowly round your way up. And you're going to grab your blanket and take a seat. Vajrasana, if you want. Sukhasana, if you want, right? Sit on your heels or sit cross-legged. Take a moment or two right here to close your eyes. And just tune in. Feel your sitting bones where they rest. Feel your shoulders, how they relax. How the muscles in your cheeks and your jaw soften. And breathe. And use that breath like a flashlight, right? You're going to use it to just kind of move into those smaller parts, right? And down into the tips of your fingers, down through your legs, into the soles of your feet and the tips of your toes. So your breath is making space in those little places too. And bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra and bow your head and honor this time, though it was short, that you took for yourself today. And honor all those little places, right? Those little parts, your hands and your feet, they're so important. We can't forget to give them love every now and again. Thanks for being here and for sharing some of your day with me. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Make it a great day.